big thanks goes out to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video.
Because it's rained.
You think it looks better today?
Oh, there's more colour today. You look at it now without the light.
Oh, it does look pretty, doesn't it?
Yeah. The whites stand out better. Whereas with my images, you don't have the white. You know, it looks almost like snow on the top.
Actually, the trees aren't. See how they're separated in the foreground now?
Yeah.
The white ones?
Yeah.
Because the one in the back, I guess there's maybe more foliage coming out.
Yeah.
So they're not quite as...
Yeah, it looks better today.
Alright. You can see where Brian's priorities lie. Guinness and dark matter. Oh dear. Alright, so we've come back to the same lake, or the same pond as last week. Brian took some photographs, but I didn't take any, so I'm going to give it a bit of a shot here. I have quite a supply of tripods here. I'm not really sure why. We'll take the big tripod, the FLM, and I don't think we need a vlogging tripod. I already have one in the side of my pack. All right. As you can see, it's a bit overgrown down here, and there aren't any really good clear views except for one that Brian found just down here. You still have to hold down the branches. Let's have a look. It's just down here somewhere. Oh, the moss looks great this time of year. Look how green that looks. So it was right here. You get some really, it's really lovely colours, and the reflections are quite lovely. So Brian was saying that 65 by 24 was a nice format for this. So let's set the camera up and see what we can do here. So we're just driving along the old logging road here. We passed this waterfall last time we were here, but we didn't stop. So we're gonna take a little bushwhack up and see if we can get any angles on this, or see if it's decent enough to photograph. That looks a bit bouncy what you're standing on there.
Huh?
Looks a bit bouncy. I think I want to be over to the left more. It'd be nice to get the upper waterfall kind of behind the trees there. Oh, good one. Bad. All right, now this looks pretty good with a 20 to 35 millimeter. I'm racked out, I think I'm at about 20 millimeter, so that'd be 16 millimeter on a 35 millimeter camera. And the reason why I'm using the wide angle is because I really want to emphasize the foreground here. That's the most interesting waterfall to my eye. It also puts a bit more distance between the background and the foreground. So one of the things that doesn't appeal to me is this log here. Now I did try to move it, but it's really stuck in there. Well, we found a not bad campsite. I mean, it looks like it's been well used. There is a bit of garbage around, but at least there's some nice big fire pit here. Not that we need a big fire pit. I don't know why you need a bonfire. Just need a small fire. Got the fire going, got the chair. Brian's happy. He's got his dark matter. And let's see if I can do this with one hand. Probably not. Oh yeah. Oh, oh no, can't do this one hand. There we go. Ah, Guinness. Cheers.
Cheers, my man.
Really, you took my seat rather quick, didn't you? For someone that didn't want their own chair, you took that one pretty quick.
Working on a hangover.
When I was in Lordco, they had some really, really nice chairs that were kind of insulated.
Did they?
Oh yeah, but they're like $200 or $300.
Maybe need them tonight. Quite parky.
That one's even got like a beer holder on it.
Oh yeah. Well, if I had one at the other side, then I could have a Guinness and a dart.
Oh, now you're talking. Thank you once again to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video. Are you ready to take your online presence to the next level? Meet Design Intelligence by Squarespace, a fusion of world-class design and AI technology that unlocks your creative potential like never before. Build a stunning, personalized website that's as unique as you are and stands out from the crowd. With Squarespace Payments, managing transactions is easier than ever. Get started in just a few clicks and let your customers pay their way, whether it's Apple Pay, Afterpay, or more. Need to invoice clients? Squarespace has you covered. Simplify your workflow and focus on growing your business. If you're interested in building an awesome website, why not head on over to squarespace.com and give it a try. And if you like what you find, use the code AdamGibbs for 10% off your first purchase. How's it going, Grumpy?
Oh, it was cold last night.
Were you cold?
It was cold in the tent.
Were you cold though?
No, it wasn't bad.
You were snoring a lot. So
Oh yeah, I've got a sore throat.
So last week, Brian and I didn't photograph the lower falls here, which is just behind me here, down here somewhere. And we ended up photographing the waterfall over here with the logs in, but we didn't realize there's another little outcrop here that you can stand on and get a great view of the upper lower waterfall and the waterfall in the background. Now, it would be great if the logs weren't there, but they are, so there's not much we can do about that. But it's still a great angle, and I think it would make a great photograph. So I've just included, not the whole top section, or whole waterfall at the bottom here, but just a section of it. And I also really love the salal on the side here, so I've included that as well. And of course the upper falls. So I've done some panos. The light is quite nice right now because when I first got here it was quite sunny, so it was a bit too contrasty, but there's a light clouds have moved in. So it subdued that light somewhat. And there's some nice mist in the air, so it has a nice ambience to it. Brian and I have ventured a bit further up the river or the creek this week, and there's a couple of sections there, a little sketchy, but the waterfall back here, it's actually not bad. It does have a lot of debris, but I think it might work as a pano if I keep my attention down just to the low part with the logs, not so much of the scruffy stuff on top. But I'm just waiting for the clouds to move in. But in the meantime, in front of me there's an amazing pattern in the roots of a tree that have washed down the stream, and yeah, it's really cool. Has well, it's obviously wet from the stream splashing on it. It has some really nice curves in there and patterns. So that's what I'm photographing. It's a little awkward because there's some sticks that are kind of in the way, so I might have to clone those out. But yeah, it looks really cool. I put on a case polarizer just to get rid of some of that sheen. It could be a little bit distracting. Yeah, so a couple of half decent shots for our efforts anyway. Well, once again, thank you ever so much, everybody, for watching this week's video. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to give us a thumbs up if you did enjoy this installment. If you'd like to support my channel in other ways, please head on over to my website where I have a number of items for sale that really help support this channel. And lastly, if you are interested in photographing on Vancouver Island, I've just come out with a photography guidebook that covers many of the areas that I have featured in my videos. If you'd like to check that out, that's at rexby.com. I'll leave a link down below. Till next time, bye-bye.